Hey everyone, this is Bri from Denver Reviews bringing you a video on Lost Ark. And in this video, I'm going to go over the early skills of the Bard. Um, so literally, let's just jump right into that. Alright, so jumping into combat real quick, I want to show how well they have basically control over the enemy. They have a little bit of range, so you can come back here and shoot them up. Stagger them a little bit. Their attacks aren't super fast like the striker, and they do have a lot of their skills do have a bigger cooldown, but they have a little more versatility as far as like some of these skills down here can literally buff, especially in a party. You can increase these skills to basically have effects such as for 3 seconds, increasing attack by 10% in the party. Um, you can have a shield around your party that'll help from damage. And we're going to quickly show those skills and go over. Some of them you have to make the skills that way, they don't start out that way. Um, if you come over here in the combat skills tree, there's things like conviction aura. Um, we'll start from the top. Let's start from the top. So the way that you can buff this one is you can choose to, as far as sound shot goes, you can reduce the cooldown if you would like. Explosion radius, so it has a bigger damage circle. And then, or you can leave behind debris, where sound shock disappears for 2 seconds, inflicting 30% damage to foes. So that's nice, a little damage bonus. Down here, you can increase the outgoing damage, and also make it like like with the shock enhancement. You can do cold shock, so element is now water, inflicts target on hit with frost effect for 2 seconds. Foes move speed is reduced by 60%, so that's nice, so slow them down. Element is now holy, marks foes hit by sound shock with note brand for 2 seconds. Damage received from all party members increased by 10%. So right there, that would benefit a team for 2 seconds. Fire sound shock 2 consecutive times, so you would be able to basically boom boom, cast it back to back, or it changes to point mode, throws an orb of light of arc up to 14 meters, and the damage is 60%. On to the next one, point. You can increase casting speed with agile cast. You can do melody increase on hit. Serenade meter gained 30%. Mind enhancement MP costs 50%. So that would reduce the amount of mana it costs to cast this. Early on, I would argue they're not really burning through mana like crazy, so not a big deal there. You can increase the radius of the attack by 20%. You could lethargic harmony on hit, full attack power minus 6%, so it would debuff the enemy, which is nice. Damage to named foes or lower 100%, so increase the amount of damage you do. Living Harmony, Dissonance cooldown +4, now move slowly towards nearby foes. Then you can increase the damage by 100% on the first skill level. For Soundwave, you could increase casting speed. Upon use, move back from current position. So this is one that I like, Soundwave. It's down here on my skill bar. It is nice for basically control. You can push the enemy back with it if they're getting too close. So basically what they're saying with this skill is you could increase the width of it, so you could envelop more enemies into that and have less chance of missing by accident just because of your angle. So that's nice. You could also on skill use, um, or on hit, Serenade meter gained by 50%. So this meter down here, Clearance Wave, and then, okay, Magic Control. Creates a 70% chance to not consume MP when casting. So that's nice. But again, I don't really see you burning through mana like crazy early on. Sends music, paper flying, destroying the ground, and creating an earthquake effect on hit foes for 3 seconds. That's nice. Release sheets of red music, paper outgoing damage by 70%, so increasing your overall damage, which is nice. For Stigma, you could increase the hit area, or increase the casting speed, or the Stigma duration +2, number of hits 2. I would recommend this one, at least in a party. Also, when not in a party, it increases the damage to foes by 35%, so that's really nice. You could Storm Stigma. You can roll into a ball and slowly advance on foes. Damage push immune foes plus 20%. Wave surge from ball every 0.7 seconds, inflicting damage. That's nice, especially for those that are push immune. You have Brilliant Stigma. Element is now holy. Marks foes for 2 seconds. Damage received from all party members increased by 10%. So that is nice. Then you have Frozen Stigma. Element is now water. Outgoing damage to challenge or below foes is 30% move speed. Minus 50% for 3 seconds. No longer paralyzes 3 quick hits in a row. And will inflict freeze for 4 seconds, so that's nice. Damage increase rises from 12.5% to 60%. So that's nice. Increased damage is always nice. On hit, Serenade meter gain 200%. So if you end up, again, increase that Serenade faster, that would be the way you would go there. Conviction Core. You can either increase the duration, decrease the cooldown, so you can cast it faster, or increase the outgoing damage with cores. While core lasts, magic recovery speed 30%, outgoing damage 50% to foes repeatedly hit by a core. Element is now water, move speed of target hit by the core 60% for 2 seconds. So basically a way to slow them down. Decreases the number of summoned cores to 2. Once cores are exhausted, an additional explosion occurs while less core exploded, inflicting nearby foes with 300% of one core's explosion damage and knocks them back. That's pretty nice. Core increase, summoning 2 additional cores, increasing the number of attacks to 5. So if you wanted to combo a little bit more, you'd go there. Now for point, you have magic control, 50% chance of MP cost, 100%. Cooldown, -2, at least initially. And casting speed, 15%. You have stabilized light during skill use, grants push immunity. So this one's nice in that, like, if you really can't be staggered while casting it, so that's nice. Marks foes hit by Rhapsody of Light for 3 seconds. Outgoing damage dealt by all party members 10%. Rhapsody of Light damage +1. Not sure how that would help quite yet. Shining protection while using Rhapsody of Light. Outgoing damage -50% and incoming damage -50%. So it makes you a little tankier at the cost of overall damage. Incoming damage of other party members within range -75%. So it helps your party out, which is nice, for 3 seconds, and creates a shield that absorbs damage equal to 10% of max HP. So that's nice. A little defensive buff, but again, your attack will do less damage, so it depends on your style of play. But for all round party buff, it is very nice. So quickly, let's showcase a few of them that we have right here. Here's Sound Shock. So that just shoots out a little thing with a little bit of area damage. you have Dissonance. Now this one, if you're standing in it, or not standing in it, this isn't that one. Now it does damage every 5.5 seconds for 5 seconds, reducing movement speed for 60%. Because it'll basically make them slow for a few seconds and do damage in the process. Now with Soundwave, which I showed off earlier, you can push them back. Very nice. So if they're getting too close for comfort, you back them off. Now here's Stigma, another area damage that pulsates. This one, however, also you can have like a bunch of effects that we went over, but Conviction Core is really nice early on. This literally puts a protection over you in party members. It also will do damage to the enemies as well. So it's a 2-for-1 spell. Very nice. And then you have this, Rhapsody of Light, which again is another pulsing skill that'll do damage in an area that you can control where it hits. Pretty devastating. And then with Serenade of Courage, or you can activate Serenade of Salvation. This one will either heal your party members and help out there, or this one will buff your actual damage. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Later.